This is Emmanuel Kwachi. In September 2020, this man killed his girlfriend and hanged himself, leaving his wife and a newborn baby. What actually happened? How did all this started? Let's find out. According to reports, Emmanuel Kwachi was a hard-working taxi driver who resided in the central region of Ghana. Emmanuel was also married to a very hard-working young lady in the region. So these two were living together as husband and wife happily. And so one day, Emmanuel Kwachi, the taxi driver, met a young lady whose name was Georgina. Emmanuel befriended Georgina, and later, their friendship turned out into romance. They started dating, and as time went on, Emmanuel started falling so much in love with Georgina that he started ignoring his wife. It went on to an extent that the wife couldn't take it anymore. She had no option than to leave the home of Emmanuel and then stay on her own. However, she was pregnant at that point and was expecting a baby. A report by Modern Ghana even indicated that Emmanuel even denied the baby of the wife, saying that he has nothing to do with that baby due to his love for Georgina. Then the friend of Emmanuel, who was narrating this story to Modern Ghana after the death of Emmanuel, said that one day Emmanuel came to him complaining that Georgina, the lady he cannot live without, says that she has another man who has taken care of her through school, and that he would like to marry the man because if she doesn't marry the man, she would sound very ungrateful. Now, this came as a very big heartbreak to Emmanuel. Emmanuel confided in the friend and said he didn't know what to do. The friend, according to his narration, told Emmanuel that he should take it easy because he has a wife and this lady can also disappoint him at any point in time. Now, this doesn't go well with Emmanuel. And as time went on, Georgina did not resent on the fact that he was going to marry that man who has taken care of her for a very long time. Emmanuel didn't like hearing this and he told Georgina about that. However, Georgina still insisted that anytime that particular man come out to ask for her hand in marriage, she was going to leave Emmanuel to marry that man. This didn't sit well with Emmanuel because Emmanuel has built his world around Georgina. He has left his wife and child only to live with Georgina. And then at this point, Georgina is saying that she could leave him at any point in time to marry another man. So this was where all the case started. So on the 20th of September 2020, the lifeless body of Georgina was found lying in the room of Emmanuel. According to the report, the body was stabbed and left in a pool of blood in the middle of the room of Emmanuel. Now, how did people get to find out the body of Georgina inside the room of Emmanuel? Now, according to reports, Emmanuel had a fridge, and one of the tenants in the home where Emmanuel was used to put her food items inside the fridge of Emmanuel. So before Emmanuel left, he gave a key to that lady that if she wants any of her food items, she would go inside his room and pick them. So even when the lady went, according to report, the lady thought the dead body was simply sleeping because they all knew that Georgina was the girlfriend of Emmanuel. However, a friend of Emmanuel who had been calling Emmanuel for several minutes, hours, and days and was not hearing from Emmanuel came to the home of Emmanuel and then identified the dead body and called the police. So at this point, the police started looking for Emmanuel as the prime suspect in the murder of Georgina. So as the prime suspect, Emmanuel was at large. Everybody kept looking for Emmanuel, but he was nowhere to be found. However, on the 22nd of September 2020, that was 2 days after the body of Georgina was found lying in Emmanuel's room. Emmanuel's body also was found hanging inside one of the rooms in a school known as Brony Bima MA Basic School in Elmina. In a report by Modern Ghana, it is said that the wife indicated that on the 19th, that was just one day before the body of Georgina was found dead inside Emmanuel's room. On the 19th of September 2020, the wife of Emmanuel called Emmanuel to tell him that he should come accompany her so they will take their newborn baby to the church for an introduction to the Lord, kind of a naming ceremony. Now, the response of Emmanuel shocked the wife. He said that if I am not dead by tomorrow, then I shall come accompany you to dedicate our child to the Lord. This was a shocking statement. The wife was so surprised. Another thing that surprised the wife was that Emmanuel demanded that the wife should send pictures of their child to him on WhatsApp. Remember earlier on, Emmanuel had denied this child, but now he is asking for photos of their child. When the wife probed to know why he was speaking that way, Emmanuel simply said that he was joking. Now, the next day, Emmanuel didn't show up. A dead body was found in Emmanuel's room, and 2 days later, Emmanuel was also found dead. According to reports, Emmanuel left a note. The note was somehow creepy, but until today, the police have not been able to uncover the real motive behind the killing of Georgina and the suicide of Emmanuel.